Hello students. In previous class we have discussed about the magnetism and metal that the properties of a bar magnet and the applications of those magnetic field due to a bar magnet and magnetic meridian and even on equator, and what is the magnetic field due to a bar magnet on axial line and on equatorial line. So let us see some the magnetic field. Actually we have discussed about the tangent law. From tangent law, when a magnetic needle is placed in a both magnetic field or magnetic field B, and if it is making an angle theta, bar magnet is making an angle theta with the horizontal component of magnetic field, then there we have two magnetic forces on this pole. One is due to this field and one is due to this field. Then what will be the relation between BH and B? B is equal to BH tan theta, which is called tangent law. Tangent line A for a bar magnet. So magnetic field is directly proportional to the tangent of the angle between bar magnet and S magnetic field. And even we have seen about the moving coil galvanometer. From this one, B is equal to, even we can write mu naught Ni by 2R, which is tangent galvanometer. So what is the mu naught Ni by R? That will be equal to what? BH tan theta. So you can write I is equal to 2R BH by mu naught n into tan theta, and this is called, we have taken it as a constant. Then I is equal to k tan theta. I is equal to k tan theta is the, so deflection a moving coil galvanometer. We have a like this, then arrangement will be, this is what axis of the coil, and we have a magnet coil. Now I is equal to the deflection element is directly proportional to the current flowing through this one. And even we know that the current flowing through a galvanometer are couple acting per unit twist, which is NIAB. So which is called couple per unit twist. Couple per unit twist. C is equal to tau into NIAB. Let us discuss the magnets, which are, we have three types of magnets: dia, para, and ferro. Diamagnet here. Perfect, the exotic property of the materials are called diamagnetic material, and they show a superconductivity. Superconductors are perfect diamagnets. Even for paramagnetic materials and ferromagnetic materials, they have more attractive quality. And before that, we need to discuss some definitions which are related to these magnets. Magnetic intensity of magnetization, or intensity of magnetization, I is equal to magnetic moment per unit volume, or force strength by area, which is unit is ampere per meter. Intensity of the magnetization, M into L by A into L, then ampere per meter. Force strength unit is what we know, ampere meter by meter square. So what is it here? Ampere per meter. Even magnetizing field intensity. Magnetizing field intensity. Magnetizing field intensity H is equal to N into I. This is the number of ampere turns which are producing the magnetic field. then n into I. And what is the unit here? Number of ammeters is nothing but what? Number of turns in unit length into n. Is it? Then ampere per meter. Unit of this one is also ampere per meter. So both are having same unit. Then the ratio of the magnetizing field intensity and intensity of magnetization, which is susceptibility. What is susceptibility? Susceptibility is the ratio of the intensity of the magnetization to the magnetizing field intensity. Similar as what is permeability? Permeability is nothing but the ability of medium to carry number of neutrons of forces to pass through it. Then mu is equal to mu r by mu naught, where mu r is the relative permeability mu by mu naught, is it? And even we can write b is equal to mu by h. We know already b is equal to mu naught n. B is equal to mu naught n, but n is nothing but what? H. Then mu naught into h. Is it? So b is equal to what? Mu naught h. Now what will be the relation between susceptibility and relative variability? When we have taken a solenoid, for this solenoid current is going to this one, and there if any material is placed along the axis of this solenoid, it will be magnetized due to applied magnetic field and magnetic field due to this solenoid. Then b is equal to b naught plus bm, which is mu naught I plus mu naught h. Mu naught I plus mu naught h, that is equal to, if you have taken mu naught h as common, mu naught h if you have taken common, then 1 plus I by h, which is nothing but susceptibility. Therefore, bring this mu naught h to this side. Then b by mu naught h is equal to 1 plus chi. But mu naught h, b by mu naught h is nothing but relative permeability mu r is equal to 1 plus chi. Is it? Relative permeability, because mu is equal to b by h. Mu is equal to b by h. Then b by h mu naught. B by h mu naught. Then we have to remember. So what is the relation between relative permeability and susceptibility? We are equal to 1 plus k. Now, when we discuss about these properties of the magnet for diaphragm and ferromagnetic materials, then for diamagnetic materials, when they are placed in a magnetic field, they will be repelled by the magnetic field. Whereas when these diamagnetic materials are placed in a magnetic field, diamagnetic liquid is placed in magnetic field, it will be depressed in between two limbs. Now, for perfect diamagnetic materials are which are superconductors are the perfect diamagnetic materials. So now properties. Curie's law. The susceptibility of a paramagnetic material is inversely proportional to the absolute temperature. Even chi is nothing but what? I by h is proportional to 1 by t. So I is proportional to what? 1 by t, h by t. Then I is equal to some constant mu naught h into mu naught h by t. Mu naught h is nothing but b by t. So Curie's law, absolute temperature. Now for ferromagnetic materials, they are based on domain theory. As we know already in these all classes, they are based on the domain theory. Now the susceptibility is directly proportional to the inversely proportional to the absolute temperature, and whereas if the temperature exceeds this temperature, particular temperature is called Curie's temperature. As the temperature increases, then what happens to the ferromagnetic property will be decreases. But at particular temperature, the ferromagnetic material will be converted into the paramagnetic material, so that property of the ferromagnetic material, that temperature is called Curie temperature. The particular temperature at which ferromagnetic material will be converted into the paramagnetic material is called Curie temperature. Now, if the temperature is increased more than that of this Curie's temperature, then what will be susceptibility? Chi is equal to 1 by t minus t naught if t is greater than Tc. Is it? There is no effect of temperature on these diamagnetic materials. Even whenever the dia ferromagnetic materials are placed in magnetic field, what will be happening? When diamagnetic material is placed in magnetic field, it will be repelled. The paramagnetic material aligned in the direction of magnetic field, whereas ferromagnetic materials are strongly aligned in the direction of magnetic field. Susceptibility is small negative for dia, whereas positive and very large for para and ferromagnetic materials. Whereas mu1 is much less than for diamagnetic materials, and whereas mu relative permeability is greater than 1, smaller greater than 1 for para and much greater than 1 for ferromagnetic materials. So susceptibility is small and negative for dia, small and positive for para, and large and much positive for ferromagnetic materials. So when you have taken a diamagnetic liquid which is placed between the poles of the magnet, then in a U2 link of a U2, then it will be depressed, whereas paramagnetic material is placed between the poles of magnet, then it will be rises. So these are what the properties of the magnets. And whereas hysteresis property is observed only for ferromagnetic. This property is obeyed only for ferromagnetic. So when you have taken applied magnetizing field intensity and if it is intensity of magnetization, so what will happen? As applied magnetic field intensity increases, magnetizing field intensity increases, intensity of magnetization also increases. But again, when it reverses, it does not retraces this path and follows this path. That means the lagging of the magnetizing intensity of magnetization behind magnetizing field intensity is called hysteresis. Hysteresis property is called hysteresis. And whatever we got this graph because hysteresis loop. Now whenever a magnetic field increases, a particular magnetizing field intensity will be maximum. Now if you reverse this magnetizing field intensity and make to 0, even here H is equal to 0, but I is not equal to the intensity of magnetism. Still it remains some magnetic property. So this property is called retentiveness. But that means even applied magnetizing field intensity 0, but intensity of magnetization does not 0. And what is this value here is called this is OA is called retentiveness. But I want to erase this magnetic property completely. How can you make it to detach this magnetic property, demagnetize it one? Still, if you increase this magnetizing field intensity in reverse direction, yet particular value of the magnetizing field intensity, then intensity of magnetization will be 0. Then H value at I is equal to 0 called coercivity. To solve temporary magnets and permanent magnets. For temporary magnets, the hysteresis loss, area under hysteresis loss is very less. For permanent magnets, the area under hysteresis loss is hysteresis loop is maximum. Area under hysteresis loop is the energy per unit volume. Energy per loss of energy. Energy loss per unit volume. Loss per unit volume. So energy loss is equal to work done is equal to work done in magnetizing or demagnetizing. Work done is equal to what you can write? Area into volume. This is nothing but volume. For one complete cycle, F into T. Number of cycles for one way. For what time you need to find that distance. So these are what work done or energy. So let me discuss the examples based on the numericals based on this concept of magnets. So let us see next 20th one, 30th one. Two tangent galvanometer A and B have points of radius 8 cm So what is radius R1 is equal to 8 centimeter and R2 is equal to 16 centimeter, and respectively and each resistance 8 ohm. Resistance of each coil is 8 ohm and R2 is also 8 ohm. They are connected parallel with a cell of EMF 4 volt. So let us take here. This is one moving coil voltmeter and this is one voltmeter, and these are connected to a cell of EMF 4 volt. Cell of EMF 4 volt. The deflection produced in the tangent elements A and B are 30 degrees and 60 degrees respectively. And number of turns in this one is 2, first one. Then what are the number of turns in second one? And even what are the deflections here? Theta 1 is equal to 30 degree and theta 2 is equal to 60 degree. Now, for example here 8 ohm and this is also 8 ohm. Tell me what will be the current flowing through the each coil of the voltmeter? So 8 ohm are in parallel. Then what is equivalent resistance? R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Then 8 into 8 by 8 plus 8. 64 by 8 plus 8. 16, which is equal to what? 4. Equivalent resistance. Then what is the current flowing? I is equal to V by R. Then V value is what? 4 by R is what? 4, which is 1 ampere. 1 ampere. So this is what the current flowing. Now current flowing is here 1 ampere through the voltmeter. And remember, as these two are having same resistance, and it will be divided equally 0.5 ampere and 0.5 ampere. Is it? Now, but we need to find N2 value. Remember, what is in a tangent voltmeter? Mu naught Ni by 2R is equal to BH tan theta. Now, current in these two coils is remain same and in the same magnetic field, and given mu naught value and 2 are the same, then N is directly proportional to R tan theta. Then let me take N2 by N1 is equal to R2 tan theta 1 by R1 tan theta 2. Let me substitute these values. So N2 by N1 is nothing but 2. N2 by 2 is equal to R2 16 by 8 into tan 60 by tan 10. So here it is 2 times. So N2 is equal to 2 into 2 into here tan 60 root 3 by 1 by root 3. So that is what 12. So number of turns in second coil is what? 31. Let us see 31. A compass needle oscillates 20 times per minute. Which is nothing but frequency is given 20 oscillations per minute. 20 times per minute. At a place where dip is 45 degree and 30 times per minute where dip is 30. So theta 1 dip or delta 1 is equal to what? 45 degree. Whereas 30 times per minute F1 and F2 30 times per minute, which is at theta is equal to 30 degree. The ratio of the total magnetic field of F at two places. What will be the time period of the oscillations of the Earth? T is equal to 2 by I by mb. But what is frequency? 1 by 2 by mb by I. mb h, which is nothing but h is equal to what? B cos theta. B cos theta, which is B1 cos delta 1. So B1 cos theta, B cos theta. Now we need to find the ratio of the total magnetic field of first one. So frequency is directly proportional to B cos theta because remaining all are same. Therefore, B cos theta is directly proportional to B square. Then B1 cos theta 1 by B2 cos theta theta 2 is equal to f1 by f2 whole square. So let us substitute these values. b1 cos theta 45 by b2 cos 30 is equal to f1 20 by 30 whole square. That is equal to what? 4 by 9. But b1 into cos 45 1 by root 2 by b2 which is cos 30 root 3 by 2. Then b1 by b2 is equal to 4 by 9 into here what? Root 3 by 2 into root. So here how many times? Root 2 times. Again here how many times? Root 2 times, root 2 times. And here how many times? 3 root 3 times. Then 2 root 2 by 3 root 3. This is what? 3 root 3, 2 root 2, 2, 3 root 3, which is fourth option. Even in vibration magnetometer, so a bar magnet is suspended fixed of magnetic moment m south and north. Even one more is also south and north. Then what happens? Magnetic moment m1 plus m. But what is the resultant moment of inertia? 2a. Here m resultant. But if they are placed in if it is south and north and one more is in the north and south, then magnetic moment will become m1 minus m2 resultant magnetic moment. Therefore, but here moment of inertia is always added. Then what would the time period be known? T is equal to 2 pi into the power I by mb h. B h is nothing but b cos. Now m is what? Magnetic moment. I is moment of inertia of this system. Let us see 32nd one. 32nd one. A magnetic needle of magnetic moment. Magnetic moment is given 6.7 into 10 power minus 2 ampere meter square. And moment of inertia I is equal to 0.1 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. 10 power minus 5 Tesla. At another place it takes 7.5 into here what is given. So magnetic needle moment and moment of inertia is equal to 7.5 into 10 power minus 6 kg meter square. Oscillations in magnetic field of 0.01 Tesla. 0.01 Tesla. Time taken for 10 complete oscillations. Is. So what is the time taken to complete 10 oscillations? Time. But what is time taken to complete one oscillation? Time. Let us calculate T is equal to 2 pi into power I by m b. So that is equal to 2 pi into power I value for 7.5 into 10 power minus 6 by magnetic moment is 6.7 into 10 power minus 2 into b value 0.01. That is equal to 2 pi into power. Here let us take 75 by 67 into here 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 4 plus 2 minus 6, and if 10 power minus 4 goes to the plus 4 minus 6 plus 4 minus 2, if minus 2 comes to numerator by 2, so 10 power minus 2, that is equal to 2 pi, or 10 power minus 2 will become 10 power minus 1, and by 10 into power 75 by 67. Is it? So let us see what is the calculation for this one. Let us take so which is this value is around 2 pi by 10 into 1.06. 1.06. This is what time for one oscillation. Time for one oscillation. For 10 oscillations. For 10 oscillations, what is time? T is equal to 10t. Then 2 pi into 1.06, which is 2 into 3.14, 6.28 into 1.06, which is what option we get here? 6.65. 6.65 seconds. Let us see 33. A magnet makes 40 oscillations per minute. Place having magnitude intensity of, so B is equal to 0.1 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. Minus 5 Tesla. And 40 oscillations per minute. Time taken 40 oscillations per minute. So frequency. Then what is 10? 60 by 40. Is it? Then what is this one? 3 by 2 seconds. 1.5 seconds. Let us take T1. At another place, it takes 2.5 seconds to complete one vibration. Then T2 is equal to 2.5 seconds. The value of the X horizontal field at that place. What is BH value at that place? Yes. So B, B1 and B2. We know T is equal to what? 2 pi into power I by MB. But time period is here what? Inversely proportional to root B. But we need to find B value. B is inversely proportional to T square. B2 by B1 is equal to T1 square by T2 square. Then T1 1.5 by 2.5 whole square, which is 3 5s and 5 5s, 9 by 25. Then B2 is equal to 9 by 25 into 10 power minus 6. 9 by 25 into 10 power minus 6. So which is 0.36 into 10 power minus 6 times. So let us see next one. 35. 35. Two identical ball magnets are placed one above the other such that they are mutually perpendicular and bisect each other. Mutually perpendicular and bisect each other. If it is M and if it is M, then what is the magnetic moment? M resultant is equal to root 2M. Root over M1 square plus M2 square plus 2M1 into cos theta. Theta is equal to 90 degrees. Then what is the resultant magnetic moment? Root M. But what is resultant moment of inertia? 2I plus. The time period of this combination is horizontal and if it is T. For this one time period is T. T1 is equal to T. The time period of each magnet in the same field. Time period in the each magnet in the same field. So what we have to do? That means if you remove one of this one, then what is time period? T dash is equal to T2 is equal to and T2 is equal to 2 by into power I by M. Okay, then T2 in terms of T1 we need to write. To get this one, I dash is equal to I dash is equal to 2I. Then T1 is equal to 2 by into power I dash by M dash B. Okay, now root over 2 pi into power I dash is nothing but 2I. I is equal to what? I dash by 2 by M dash is equal to what? Root 2 M is equal to what? M dash by root 2 into B. So that is equal to T2 is equal to, so what we get here? 1 by root 2, then 2 pi into root 2 can take common, 2 2 by 2 to 1 by 2 into root 2 into root over I dash by m dash b 2 pi, which is nothing but t. For the second root, then 2 power 1 by 4 into t. 2 power 1 by 4 into t will get. Is it? Let us see next one. I dash by 2. This is what t2. Okay. Next, 36th one. The area of the coil has moving coil volumeter is given 15 centimeter square. 15 centimeter square has tons 20 tons and is equal to 20. The magnetic index is 0.2 Tesla. B is equal to 0.2 Tesla. And couple per twist of the suspended wire is given 10 power minus 6 Newton per meter. Newton meter per second. Newton meter per degree. Then if the deflection is 45 degree, then what is current passing through that one? Is it current passing through that one? Here they given couple per unit twist is nothing but for 10 power minus 6 Newton meter per degree. The current passing through it is it? Now what do you mean by the couple per unit twist? C is equal to what? NIAB. This is per unit twist. Then what is per pi twist? Pi into per 45 degree couple is nothing but what you know? C into pi is equal to NIA. Is it okay? Then I is equal to what? C. C value is what? 10 power minus 6 into 45 by NAB. A is what? 15 into 10 power minus 4 into 20 into B 0.2. Let us do calculation here. So 11 times 3 times and 2 into 0.2, 2 into 2 4, 3 by 4 0.75 into 10 power minus 6 and minus 2, which is 75 into 10 power minus 4, and here 7.5 into 10 power minus 3. That is 6 1. This is 75 into 10 power minus 4 ampere product. 37. A bar magnet of moment of inertia 9 into 10 power minus 5 kg meter square placed in a vibration magnetometer and oscillating in uniform magnetic field. B is equal to 16 pi square into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. That makes 20 oscillations in 15 seconds. The magnetic moment is 20 oscillations in 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Then what is time taken to complete one oscillation? Time, which is nothing but time period. T is equal to 15 by 20. Is it 15 for 15 seconds? 20 oscillations for 1 second. Time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period. That is equal to 3 by 4. But we know T is equal to what? 2.2 power I by MB. Substitute those values. T is equal to what? 3 by 4 is equal to 2.2 power I value 9 into 10 power minus 5 by M value is what? 16 pi square into 10 power minus 5 into B value. 10 power minus 5, 10 power minus 5 cancel. Now 3 by 4 is equal to 3 by 4 is equal to 9 come outside means 3 by 16 pi square, 4 pi whole square. 4 pi whole square means then you get 4 pi into 2 pi, 4 pi, and root m, pi cancel here 2, so 3 cancel here 2, then it is equal to what? 4 ampere meter square. 4 ampere meter square. Third option. So 38.1. If a magnetic substance is kept in a magnetic field, then which of the following substance is thrown out? Diameter, which is dependent. Which of the following relation is correct? So what? B is equal to what you know? Mu naught I plus mu naught H. Due to this is due to applied current, and this is due to the property of the material. So mu naught H, if you have taken common, what you get here? I by H plus 1, which is mu naught H into chi plus 1, which is second option. You have to take it as B is equal to mu naught into H. You have to multiply. 39 second option. 40. The mass of this specimen of a ferromagnetic is given 0.6 kg, 0.6 kg, and density is given. 7.8 into 10 power 3, 7.8 into 10 power 3 kg per meter cube. The area of the hysteresis fluid, alternating magnetizing field into velocity, and area is given 0.722 meter square, and frequency is given 50 Hz. Frequency is given 50 Hz. Hysteresis loss per second. So what is hysteresis loss per second? Hysteresis loss per what time second, which is what time is equal to volume into A into F into T. T is here what? 1 second. That is equal to volume is nothing but mass by density into area into frequency. Mass is given 0.6 by rho, which is 7.8 into 10 power 3, 7.8 into 10 power 3 into area 0.722 into 50 is the frequency. Is it? Now we do the calculation, calculating here 50 into 6, 30, and 30 into 0.722 by 7.8 into 10 power minus 3, 10 power minus 3, and let us take it into multiply, then 30 into 72.2 by 7.8 into 10 power minus 5, and this will be around 277 into 10 power minus 5 joules. 41. A magnetizing field of 2 into 10 power 3 ampere per meter, H is given 2 into 10 power 3 ampere per meter, produces a magnetic flux density, 8 pi Tesla in an iron rod. The relative permeability of the rod will be, what is relative permeability of the rod? Relative permeability, remember, mu r is equal to B by mu naught H. Are you clear? B by, because B by H is nothing but mu. B by H is nothing but mu. Now substitute values. B is equal to 8 pi by 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into H value is what? 2 into 10 power 3. 2 into 10 power 3. Pi cancel and 2 cancel here. So what do you get here? 10 power minus 7, 10 power 3, 10 power minus 4, 1 by 10 power minus 4, 10 power 4. Relative permeability has no unit. Which of the following statement is correct? for hysteresis. Hysteresis only for fluoride materials, so second option. And 43rd one, a magnetic field of B is equal to H is equal to 1600 ampere power minus 1 produces a flux. Magnetic flux is measurement. Magnetic flux is equal to B into A, which is 2.4 into 10 power minus 5 Weber. 2.4 into 10 power minus 5 Weber. In a ball of area of cross section, A is equal to 0.2 centimeter square. Then what will be the susceptibility? So let us take susceptibility is equal to what you know? I by H. I by H. Is it? Now what we can write? Even we don't have I value, but here B is equal to what we can write? Pi by A. Pi by A. So B value known, H is equal to what? B is equal to mu naught H. Mu R is equal to, here what we have to calculate? Mu R is equal to what? B by mu naught H. Mu R is equal to what? B by mu naught H. Then we can calculate mu R value, chi value known. Mu R is equal to what? 1 plus chi. Chi is equal to what? 1 minus B value known. Pi by A. That is equal to pi by mu naught H A. So this is what mu R value. And if you know mu R value, here what you have calculated? Chi value. Can substitute those values and calculate. Is it? We know it is substitute this one. What is that one? Mu chi is equal to mu R minus 1. Just we substitute those values and calculate chi value. So let us see the use of stress curve for a given material is to estimate the hysteresis loss. The material which shows the effect shown in the figure when placed in a uniform magnetic field. So when the magnetic diamagnetic material is placed in magnetic field, then the magnetic field line is repelled. It is bent, which is diamagnetic. 46 one, they have given graph. Out of this one, which represents the diamagnetic material. But diamagnetic material susceptibility is negative. This temperature, then susceptibility is what? Negative. Take out between magnetic moment and temperature. As the temperature increases, what happens with magnetic moment? Decreases. But so gradually, which is third option. Let's see what is 8 one. The given graph magnetic potential X in centimeter, and here it is given 30 degree. It is 10 power minus 5 Tesla meter and 2 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla meter, and here it is what 10 and 20. Then they ask you to find magnetic field at a point in a distance. What is the, remember, we know E is equal to minus dV by dx. Similar as that, B is equal to minus dV by dx. So here what is perpendicular? Here it is 30. What is this perpendicular distance? Okay, here it is what 10, and this is 30 means. What is 30? Then what is this one? 60. So what is this value? This value we need to calculate. This is what perpendicular. So hypotenuse cos theta is equal to adjacent by adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent is equal to what? 10 cos 30. Otherwise, simply this is 30 and this is also 30. Here it is 10. Then what is this value? 10 cos 30. And what is this value? 10 sin. 10 sin that is equal to what? Dx is equal equal to 10 sin 30, then 10 into 1 by 2 is equal to what? 5. Now b is equal to b, what is change in potential between these two? 10 power minus 5 by 5, which is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 4 Tesla. So 10 into 10 by 10. 2 into 10 power minus 6. And 10 into sin 10 1 by 2 5. We will by this. Okay. 2, which is 2 into 10 power minus 6 Tesla. But we have first option. Don't have any option. Let us see. Let us check. And this is given in centimeter converted to meter. So 5 into 10 power minus 2. Then what will be here? 5 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 3, 1 by 5, which is 2 into 10 power minus 4 Tesla. And last one, the basic magnetization curve. Here the graph is not good. So these are what we need to work a lot on this event magnetization method. We have different